Hello everyone, this is your Curia Fantastic Worlds, letting you know that visiting hours for Hush House are now open. Welcome back to Book of Hours within Lovecraft Country. Okay, so we kind of did in media res, this is where we stopped last time, as it's currently just late afternoon. And then we've burned through most of our soul fragments. We kind of had a crazy day, as it were. But I was actually thinking about something I think I failed to replace, which was the mashed potatoes with gravy. Yes, I know. Become quite the cook lately. Okay, roast potatoes magnificently. There you go. Okay, so we'll get that one knocked out with gravy and potatoes. So, yeah. Gonna have to do a lot of shopping after this, I'm thinking. In any case, I also was wondering if I should just toss whist in to get something for money. Which one I should regenerate? Probably health again. There you go. Have fun. I don't know if I'll actually get back in time for that. But another possibility would be use the whist to just look at something. And I was actually kind of curious about the serpent-styled glass, which has carved snakes writhing down the frame. A prominent inscription reads to the librarian, Gervinus, and the earnest of our wager. So I'm actually thinking maybe we'll take a look at that one. Alright, there you go. And then let's get that started, as it were. Now tomorrow we're going, in daytime, we're going, I mean in the game time, we're going to have the dinner party. Actually going to do it this time. More rose quartz, great. And beach sand, great. Kind of got the low results on that, didn't we? Anyways, let's get it in place. Okay, so both of which I think are in excess, so we'll just put it here for things that we may in the future discard just to get a lost card. Alright, there you go. Come on. It's now evening. Sigh. We've only got one memory sticking around, that's memory site. This will probably be taking care of this. The inscription is repeated on the base of the sandglass in Sanskrit, and indeed styles Eastern, though I think somewhere farther than India. Interesting. I guess there's that again. And, you know, given the serpent people, the Naga, as it were, sacrament, calcinate, very well. That's done. Not quite sure yet. We just basically replaced what we drank last episode, because I just decided to drink this super crazy mystic juice. The eye sees more than the heart knows, William Blake. He did an entire, mythology in one of his books. It was kind of interesting. Yeah, Yogol ink. It's a pretty low level one. The variant of Iron Gall ink, especially difficult to erase. A minor ink of power. There you go. Let's get that in with the rest of the ink storage up here. And I think that, yeah, we actually only have one. So technically we're getting back to that. Alright, so we collect another sixpence. And there's the roast potatoes. Excellent. Maybe I don't remember. I think we don't have a mash. Yeah, we don't have a roast potatoes here, so let's get that kicking, shall we? Boom. Dawn will come soon. Alright, so I think nothing else is currently going now, is it? Basically, we've got this one, which in 2 seconds we can use it for something else, you know? Now, I'm not sure how much time we have left, so I don't think we can do a full well scenario or gather something with it, so maybe what we do, I mean, we could examine some of the other stuff here. Not sure the spanners will count for much, but you never know. Go for it. Guess we're just having an insomniac. Librarians having an insomniac night. We're just kind of poking around, looking for something interesting. It's a dripping that elevates it. Roast potatoes are a feast for the senses, but a dripping deepens the flavor profile. Makes the experience continue through the machinery of the mouth to become a kind of journey. God, the guy who wrote this is really good at making me hungry. So I'm thinking I should get a Deer Day lens next. Two Deer Day lenses. I can usually drop them as tools or lenses in that telescope right here if I really need to. Alright. Every key has its lock, Serena Blackwood once said. Sounds much grander than when we say every spanner has its nut, but both remain true. That is true, Dr. Blackwood. That is true. That's why I like to just randomly poke on these things every now and then. I mean, next will be the scissors. Shears of the sisterhood, actually. Black iron shears mark the sister's triple knot, which, remember, they worship the moth to some degree, so I'm guessing that's what it's referring to. But I think we've got our timing properly done, because everything's fatigued. And we will, you know, get it back in the morning, in which case we will let out our letters first. The post office will be open then. Come on, come on, come on. We'll lose... Yep, we lose the site one. Everything else regenerates. Oh, right. An offer. Librarian wants to purchase the Echo of Silence. 10 Moth. Very heterodox history. Heterodox, by the way, means that other than orthodox. Heterodox is not considered heresy, which is a direct rejection of the Orthodox faith, but a reinterpretation of the source material in a different direction. The history of the House of Lath is recorded by the Serenity, a Lethian adept. Lethians are those who are desperately trying to avoid being the immortals, trying to not be noticed by the hours, otherwise you're pressed into service. Declares that the House of Leth was created explicitly to prevent ascension of more immortals to name or hour status. That's another possibility as well. Essentially, pulling up the ladder behind you. In the United States, at least, many former immigrants are now anti-immigrant. It's all pulling up the ladder behind you. You want to be the last person to take benefits, and these guys wanted to be the last immortals. Meanwhile, what's going on? Okay, you guys, I'll pay your price. But why that transaction is going on? Let's get our first invitation out. I mean, I like the good doctor, and we'll toss in a 2 pence. There you go. All right. Okay, and rain. Okay, so he will show up shortly. Next will be Yvette. Penny back. Yvette. Now I actually like pennies, so we're going to not that one. Alright. And they'll be back shortly. Excellent. Get our money back. Let's see. Postcode to go up is going to be... We don't want Connie. She, like I said, was here for like a day and a half afterwards, I swear. Patience. Thus the mountain awaits the fall of the snow. Thus Monday awaits the death of the weekend. Thus postmistress waits for me to purchase the necessary stamp. I do love some of the snark this game has. Okay, and we definitely need Zachary. Alright, Zach. Let's go. In addition, I suppose we can do this 1 penny in. What we want to do is we want to grab our invitation book and then get the smith to talk with Zachary. Alright. So we need... Shielding will buy his help for a day. Give the occult coinage. We're from the service division yet. To invite villagers, add your writing case as a discussion subject when you visit them in Brankug. Okay, so we add this for the discussion. Invite him to the Hush House. There you go. There you go. Get this knocked out. Ah, excellent. Okay, so excellent with that. Oh. And so what we're going to do... Oh, he brings butter. Oh, good. That's one less thing I have to buy. Denzgig visiting. Got it. Alright, so let's get the book back here to our favorite reading room. Love this place. God, it's a place I would hang out for a lot of time, especially with a couple of good books. Good fire, a dog by the side, and a cat somewhere in the house, you know. We'll tend the next salon in his cleanest clothes. That's all I ask of you, man. Make a little bit of presentation. Meantime... Hold on 1 second. Interesting, I'm finally noticing that... you probably... No, okay, never mind. I thought there was an issue with the resolution. But no, it appears to be okay. We're doing a new monitor, so there's going to be some little bits and pieces of issues. I want to get things ironed out. But let's grab the metal. Let's grab water. We can deal with our deficit in the beginning. So we might have it if we will need it in the future. Okay, so I believe it's not here. We're going to be doing it here. Okay, first of all, let's just get everybody working towards getting here. And since, you know, it's a good winter day with lots of rain in, you know, England, we're going to do it here in the center of the house, in one of the warmest places, the refractory. Librarians. Secretary Savant's vigilant and enigmatic, sometimes even the secretary nuscient of the duties of the office usually kept him away from the house. But there's only ever been one secretary persistent. She's never liked to eat in company. It's because she eats people. Yeah, she's one of the, newer cunts, I can't remember. The ones like Sulachana, who are like the immortals who eat flesh. Living human flesh. And there's good times in Curia's heyday. Latter years the governor. Okay, that actually changed with, okay, collect. Changed with, that description changed with the, House of Light. Because before that, it was just about the governor and the last Curia just really not getting along. Alright, there we go. Let's pause a moment. Well, the thing is, if we wait for things to happen later, if we at the end of the day, we can, in fact, give them dinner, which actually lasts longer. So we might do that. Let's get past noon at the very least. I mean, if I try to do it right now, for example, where is it? Right here? Lunch in the afternoon or supper in the evening. Okay. One good first coast, one main coast. Yeah, we got plenty of stuff. I'm not that worried. So we'll do supper in the evening. And these people will last long enough. This is, you know, they're here for a whole day, practically. And, yeah, like I said, we'll have this back. Now. Still midday. I'll have to wait a moment. In any case, don't want to risk bringing up the water or anything else like that. But hopefully we've got the correct fluids. Let's just advance things faster. See if we can get midday to evening. Perhaps the new king will change that. Yeah, that's one of the references, by the way. Before the 8 divisions of the 6th hour, when the priest led hymns to sun and splendor. Now noon, as they say, is not what it was. Perhaps the new king will change that. It's constantly referring to what I was talking about, the, I put this, with the, new sun that needs to come about from the death of the old one. Alright, so, this, put this into regular timing, and we'll get this into its spot here. Keep all the guests waiting, of course. It's a 10 right there. Wait, those are just standard. Okay, so afternoon, even get to evening. Could go right there, I think. Yep, right there. Actually, it goes right here. And that's 10, is it? No, it's 12 as well. It goes here. Pedal revisited. That's another 12. Wow. Really? Only, and that goes there. Yeah, I guess it just goes here. We've only got the smaller ones. Okay. Afternoon. And come on. We'll go to the dusk and we'll see about getting them all in. If I screw this up, we'll do it again tomorrow. It's not that much of an issue. Okay. There. Dusk. Alright, so hopefully I've done this right. Because usually I'll do a lunch. But let's rock, shall we? And yes. Right, so, quickest thing. Denzel goes in the first one. Zachary goes next to him. I don't know if the immortal actually if it really matters. Daymare and the good doctor. He's one thing to eat. Okay. Do that. Thought I had drinks. Alright, so should have had this prepped a little better, but first things first, Daymare only wants the game chips, because they're the only ones I think we have with, let's see, with knock energy. Not sure why that's the case, but I'm not going to argue with the game. Oh, there we go. Now that is going to serve as the side dish. Now we need the main one. That's her, let's see, doctor. The good doctor likes earth energy. Thinking, yeah, earth. Either the roast beef or the marinated roast beef. Now the marinated, yeah, that one will do Denzig. So, may not be necessary, but we need winter as well. But yeah. Okay, so let's do it's the regular roast beef. I mean, that doesn't want anything in particular. So yeah, let's get the main course as the roast beef, and how about leek stew? I'm thinking Pumpkin? No, it's good. Roast beef. I mean, we just did these. I mean, right. So that's that's the side dish. Wait, we already have a side dish, don't we? So we can't. No eat for that one. So we have a main course. We have a pudding, a dessert. Now the thing is that the easiest one to do is fudge. Really, although apple pie is not that difficult either. You know, let's do the fudge. That's easy with sugar and butter. So it's dessert. That's a side dish. We need a side dish. Side dish, side dish, side dish. First course. There we go. Stale puff marrow. Let's marrow's easy enough to do, but let's look a bit here. Do we have anything else that glows when we do this? Yes. First course. First course. Oh, excellent. Fried mushrooms on toast. I think that's Yvette might like that. Alright, so we need one thing for each person. We've got side dish, first course, fudge, dessert, main course, and is there anything else? Hang on. Gotta admit, I do put out a decent table. Okay, so game chips plus the fried mushroom on toast plus that. Actually, the fried mushrooms on toast are harder to create, and they have a rarer nectar association. So we may want to have something we can do something a little easier, like ham and cheese. Ham and cheese toasty with bread, scrambled eggs. Pill curds on toast. The pill curds we actually have an extra of, and we can fish those out. So let's put those, and that is a first course as well. So let's make it a little more meaty. Okay, there we go. Now we've got 4 things here, like I said. We've got the side dish. We've got the dessert, aka the pudding. We've got the main course. We've got this. Let's see if there's anything else we need. Can use up here. Use 2 desserts easily enough, but like for example, this is a side dish or first course, but it's also rare to get. First course, marrow. Probably should reposition that. Side dish. Got a lot of side dishes here. Onion rings, Yorkshire pudding. I don't know, that's like probably easy enough, but anything else we want to toss in? You know, I've got a bunch of pumpkins. Like, bunches of them. So maybe we just give them the pumpkin soup because we got plenty of that. Alright, so let's give them pumpkin soup in place of this. Order for it, and let's see about our dinner. Zachary's meal first. Oh, we need to eat something with winter. Oh, food of the winter. Alright, so Mr. Zachary. Now we can't do it that way, but we can, however, from here. Lord. Do we need ice cream or something? Good Lord. Do we have nothing for Zachary? You know what? Looks like we're doing that marrow. With a pumpkin. Oh well. Okay. Zachary. Okay, so we'll give you your marrow. It's like I was just kind of... There we go. My guests will take their supper. Keep an eye on the salon as it progresses. You need to add soul cards to encourage conversation to flow. Different guests with different soul cards. More guests, the longer the salon will last. So we've got, first of all, coffee, tea, coffee. I kind of do a teetotaler. I realize I got to fill a wine cellar, of course, but roast beef, fudge, game chips, which I think are supposed to be fried potatoes, with a batter, and Wilkards on toast. All right, so let's get this. First of all, I want to get the soup back in place over here, so at least we got it for next time. And let's see about starting dinner, shall we? Hopefully we've got the right cards for this. If I have to do it again, I'll be annoyed. Move it a bit slower. Okay. Lunch and supper lasts longer, less formal, so lends allowing extra interactions between your guests, plus time remaining. Okay. Oh, well, it's probably we didn't have to go this far. But, you know, dinner is a dinner. Ask about dreams. Put in a FET card. There you go. Hopefully we don't need 3 FET cards. I'll have dreams. Dagmar talks to Yvette of her dreams of the Painted River. That's actually, I believe, level 3 position on the Mansis, located just past, when you have to get past the door with the head on it. Hard to tell if it's a dream of a river or in the river. River beyond the stag door. Right, the stag door. Never past the stag door, well, not formally speaking. Well, let's not talk about that, eh? But again, the vagabond painted the river, and it's her whole thing, you see, is to get in where she's not meant to be. Shall we talk about something else? Pearl and Tide is a lesson? Okay. That's not really a problem. Okay. So, that's just happened. So she broke into the Mansis without doing it the way we do. Conversation ebbs and flows. A whist card. Reasoned discussion. There you go. Okay. It's a complex question. Alright, it's probably going to be the good doctor's one. Dr. Elamine. Okay, so. Yvette is speaking soothing to Zachary of the snow silence and the full moon. Less than snow stories. Okay, cool, we can work with that. Yvette and Zachary would have winter in common. That's probably what burned it right there. Alright, let's go. Conjuration ebbs and flows. Wistful aside. Here we go. Tryst card. Okay, let's get the one basically. This is probably what we're looking for. Sigh. 2 more cards after this. We should be able to do this. Outlamin is asking Denzel technical questions about Ferrari. I have ridden many kinds of steeds on many kinds of highway. Denzel answers briefly and gravely, but his interest does seem piqued by Admin's hints that about shoeing steeds other than horses. You know, or like unicorns, I guess, or perhaps Pegasus. Okay, fur and feathers. Oh, okay, this is going to be between them. Apparently we've got another unique one, which means that we're going to have to bring Zachary and Denzel back. Let's check a little gaiety. Okay, Couture goes in. Lively chatter. This is one of the ones that's unique. Cool. Gotta keep bringing in more villagers. Apparently that's the thing. Okay. God, look at how dense the cards are getting here. Great. Check a little gaiety. Sorry. Zachary shows Dagmar a tangle brag he's made. He tries to explain how it portrays and betrays the paths of his future. She tries to understand it. Okay, this is getting a little weird, but we can work with this. I guess we just keep trying. With Zachary and Dagmar. That. Alright. Where do we got next? Conversation ebbs and flows. Alright, core card. A FET card. Alright, good thing we got 2. Let's go about dreams. It's a little odd. I don't know if we did something wrong or right this one. I don't think we're going to be a unique skill, unfortunately. We will get 5 lessons at the very least. Okay. Oh, apparently we've been going all night. Dagmar is explaining to Denzel how he's going to move out to become her resident smith and help with lots of little projects. Denzel intentionally affirms that he's not going to do anything about it. Dagmar doesn't seem to notice, or at least doesn't seem to mind. I don't know if that was unique. Well, those 3 were unique. I guess all 3 of them are unique, but we need to get Zachary in. Dagmar to do that thing and everything regenerated. Okay, I think we're done here. And we're not, actually. Conversation ebbs and flows. We got another one going. Alright. Metal card. Okay, challenge. You're going to keep going. I guess, hey, we've gone all night. We're going in the next day. It must have been we're not even drinking, so it must have been a hell of a conversation. And I haven't had a conversation like that since, like, college. I remember just watching The Dawn, realizing I had lessons in 2 hours after having a brilliant conversation about absolutely nothing I remember. Zachary and Aldemine speak of how things end. Aldemine, the kind of eager nostalgia. Zachary, the simple eagerness. I'm getting a little weird. Okay. I mean, we got our cards to regenerate, so I think I actually had any that needed to regenerate. Alright, we're going to keep going. Awesome. A lively meal concludes. I guess you're happy you gain additional potent memory. Oh my gods. Let's go. What do we got? Alright, everybody. Remember where you parked your Pegasi. The meal concludes. Alright, so. Wow. I'm just going to do this manually. Denzil and Admin shared a brisk interest in fairy. The two might see something else in the matter if you invite them both back on another salon. Okay, I'm going to actually write that one down. Can't actually see what I'm doing here, but... Can I copy this text? Alright. Okay, Denzil. You gotta... Whoa, I mean, now that I know this is a thing, these notes, we have to go further. Oh my god, we're like going to have layers of conversation here. Okay, that's a thing that happened. A lively salon. Okay, can't hold on to the salon until spring. Memory satisfactions from dinner. Curious hunch. Alright, that was okay. Okay, lessons for calcification and purification. Door and wall. Edicts liminal. Bird feather and furs. Snow stories and... Tide. Well, I guess we're just going to work with these. So, break it out. That was a lot. Alright, guys. Hope you had fun. Here. Just get that done. Obviously, we're going to have to do some restocking a bit. Meanwhile, I think I need more water, so let's get that going. Yeah, I ain't slept. Get a nap. Apparently, why I'm simultaneously doing this. Probably chore. Those tend to be more helpful. We can both work and cook with those, which make them extraordinarily useful. And if necessary, I will goddamn break out the liquor for this. I don't think it will be necessary. Okay. Meanwhile, I still have to get back to my job because, you know, it never really stops. Alright, so let's get Foss. Let's do the letters thing. We can write letters for other people. Got a seriously number of cash here. And we have to start deciding. Oh, hail. Great. Deciding. Hang on a second. We can use hail with feathers and fur, and we can upgrade one of our... Let's see if we've actually got a sky skill that's not already level 4. Don't think we do. Calcifications, purifications, glass work. Yeah, they all seem to be glowing at 4. 4, 4, 5. Ooh, sight and sensations. So we could do that one. Sight and sensations is going to require either cold or sky. So, could do right off the bat. Let's get sight. Oh, can't. 30 seconds lay down the road. We can't do this. Alright, so let's get those 30 seconds going. If there's anything else we want to do, isn't a lot of collection we can do while we're just putzing around. But, can at least do some beachcombing. Gathering winter. Let's get back over to here. Actually, we gotta think about when we're gonna crack this one open. We only got 2 left. Sealed vault, which we get Jeremy to do, I think, pretty easily. With the tools we have. This one would be more of a challenge. I'll have to think about it. The earthquake name obviously is going to be the one we use here. That's 6 right off the bat. So you figure out how to do it. But meantime, see which one do we got here. Health will do it, but I want to see if I can get something else that'll work. Trist. That's Trist for a bit, but can. There you go. Gathering winter in the caves, and we can do the same here. Grab Frost. Grab. Hum to ourselves while we're there. There you go. Some stuff has happened. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. I don't think we can actually keep that. Looks like it fades out a bit. Unless, if those sticked around, I'd be happy about it. But I don't think it will. Yep, there you go. Gotta make sure we pay attention to those salons. Alright, now we know. Alright. Everybody else is going to take off. It's taking off, so, you know. So you're not, like, sticking around, like, you know, certain someone forever. Oh, God. You guys want to take a nap before you go? Trust me, I'll be okay with that. Alright, so we also have to think about restocking. I mean, we've got the marinated, so I guess we're just going to cook the roast beef. So give me a second here. This beef is also will replace. Let's see. Herb. What do we have so much of? Didn't use any of it. And we'll start with this. We have honey. Is there honey glazed? I'd be happy if there's honey glazed. No! Damn it. I don't think almonds are going to do anything. How about... It's like... No. It doesn't work. Just a beef joint. Alright. Oh my god. Cottage pie. I know, I think it's called shepherd's pie too. Well, we got something new. Let's rock. Cottage pie it is. Definitely have to buy some more beef once we get that done. Alright, get that started. Probably gonna need another beef entirely. Gods, I keep finding weird stuff to do with. Alright, let's rock. Gods. So much. And we definitely need, of course, to get our dough going. For these, so we'll just throw in an herb here. And get the mixing bowl. It. Spice scales and the spice skill. I should really try putting those together. Something to think about. And here. What are we doing? Well, let's actually... Let's replace the fudge, so I guess we're using some sugar. Okay, so like I said, it's one of the easier ones to make. And let's see. Okay, first of all, we kind of need that here. We need this. Okay, that's not it. Butter, I guess. You know. Oh, and bowl. Bowl. Sugar. Ah, you have to use butter. Alright, let's get that knocked out. Like I said, we're basically recovering from the, Alright, so cake time. Definitely want some cake at some point. Now let's see. We got all that down. We got every oven going simultaneously. No, place this in the desk folder. Alright, so yeah. Right then. Beef it is. Beef. Is this beef the other one? Okay, cool. Oh, I said order ham there, so it's got to be copper wire glue. Why is the glue with... Oh, never mind. Probably don't. No. Coffee, quick paper, oscillate, obris, slantsic. Huh. It might actually be this one. Making coffee, almonds, beef. There you go. There you go. Get out simultaneously. Because, you know, I can, I guess. This, we'll do this. Kind of figuring out how we're doing this, but not questioning things. Now, did we need any more ham? I think we might. Just get the... Yeah, we're out of ham. Right, I guess we're getting ham. Alright. Okay. Oh, hang on 1 second. Okay, and we're back. And yeah, we're going to, like I said before... Where is it? Sights and sensations. We're going to create a lesson for that, I believe. 3 of them would work. But... using sky... Which one of these do we want to use? This infers, scales are more rare. Winter we've got a lot of. Either one of these would do. So we'll just go with snow stories. The lesson... Sorry, the effort... Sorry, soul stories goes up here. Waste it. Whist goes here. Consider... To fill every slot. Scented Harmony, which is easy to do. Scrap is relatively easy. But Diademus, which one's easiest? Ironically, it's Inescapable Confinement that's easiest. Because I just have to reread that one book to do so. And that's only one soul fragment as opposed to a lot of the other stuff. Alright, so let's go. Like I said, we want to get everything up to 4. So... Right, we don't have a lesson to do with these thorns, for example. We'll get there, we'll get there. After we get these all consumed, I'll do one book, and then we'll see how it works. Meanwhile, deep breath. Also, we're gonna need to put away the groceries. What's going on? My god, I can actually get these up here now. Pressed. Okay. Collect, refill. There you go. Alright, so, order drippings we don't need. We're going to probably get some. Flour, milk, potatoes, butter, sugar. None of these we quite need yet. Still got another. Let's just admit to the inevitable on that one. Every flour we're going to need something to put it with. Alright, so, collect, refill. Want here. Plums, almonds, pheasant, drinking cocoa. We may not need anything else. Abilene wine. Yeah, we've been drinking a lot of stuff, so yeah, just the beef. Okay, so we'll just turn this off for the moment, and we can actually just send the order form out for the single thing of beef. And 3 pence. Not enough. Actually, wait, we have crown. There you go. The order. There you go. Okay. There you go. 3 days to get the beef back. Collect. Alright, refill. Doing this one by hand, really. Okay, so flour, potatoes. We've got, I believe, 1 hand, 1 butter. Let's just go with the order of flour. We're going to be using a lot of that. And we'll need to reorder another sugar as well. Okay, so, fill. Where's the sugar? There we go. Anything else we might need? Butter. I think we're actually good for now. In which case, let's just send this one out. I know we probably use up stuff between now and then, but we'll just keep cycling them in and out every 3 days or so. Alright. Collect. Level 4. Excellent. Speaking of which, I'm curious. Let's find... But... We actually gotten all. We actually know exactly what we've got up here. Alright, so... Lost in there. Moment. Rake and feather. Huh. Brush a light with the feather and see John essence. That's or coral. But... glue. Curious. Silicont, we don't have whatever this is. Interesting. Interesting. We need more frost, though. Easy enough to do. After all, I think we've got the wolf stuff up here. We table. Grab the wolf. Actually, just check this out. Alright. I guess not. Anyways. Let's do that. Let's grab this. Let's grab what we just upgraded. Okay. And glue. Okay. Flour. I think we actually have the capacity to do this. Do we have? Oh, the blue crown, which we can actually immediately replace. Solomon's preparation. I think... Let's check. That's the entire thing here, so we've got this one down. Solomon's preparation. Yeah, I think we've already got 2 of it, so we don't actually need to create it, mind you. But it is good to know. We've got one more possibility here. Alright, let's grab our money. Actually, I've been reading... I gotta read that one last time. It's basically us reading newspapers to people. Interesting. Anyways, let's do some fixing stuff. And, you know, help them out with the nets, as it were. That's what you usually do in winter. Stuck inside, you might as well do some maintenance. Alright, so... Hey, everybody's leaving. Good. Look, basically, as soon as they take a nap, when I deem it safe for them to go, I will let them go. But I don't want to be an improper host and cause my people harm. You know, cause my guests harm. They're my guests. Why would I want to do that? Very old-fashioned in this regard. I don't think it's going to work here. I mean, not that worried. Fairly certain we'll use up some flour pretty well. Alright, cottage pie. A rich, minced beef sauce under a golden crust of baked mashed potatoes waiting to come home after a storm. It's not actually that good. 2 heart, 2 scale. Oh. Okay, so we've got dough coming up, I'm sure. What do we have? What can you do with flour? Sugar? Or is it? Bowl. Where'd that bowl didn't get used up. Interesting. Where'd it go? Wait, they're both being used, so I can't do that yet. Let's get them opened first. 7. Good lord. Stand again. Great. I guess that's what you do when there's literally nothing else. Okay. Those back. Here we're going to do next. Water, of course. And cream sugar. Take the cream sugar, put it back in with a herb. Wait, herbs are all used up, so I guess we gotta use, sure. Just make some fudge. Curious. Can you make something else with it? Try the jams, at least. Doesn't work. Cream? Nope. Sugar. More sugar doesn't help, unfortunately. Nope. Nope, more butter doesn't do anything. Nope, 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 nope. I can waste that, I suppose, but I don't really want to. Nope. Pears. None of this actually works. Just freaking do it, alright? Addition. Toss this in. And great, memory sound. Okay. And memory fear. Great, got a bunch of memories. Okay, so dough. What can we do with it? I can make bread, of course, obviously. But you know what? Just toss in the knife for the heck of it. I don't think actually the knife's going to help with dough. The bowl might. Put the bowl back in. I'm just curious. Mushrooms? I didn't think so. Apples? Nope. Onions? Nope. Leeks? Probably not. Onions? Nope. I didn't think so, but you never know. Guess we're just going to be stuck with bread. Oh well. Hit it. Baking all day. Okay, give me a second. Toss this back up here. Excellent. Get the... Oh God, so much sand. Okay, and we need to get cottage pie. It's a primary course, right? So hopefully we didn't double up here. Does not look like it. Looks like we've got the steamed, the vegetable version of it. It's a jugged pheasant, I believe. Yep. There you go. That's quite a few. I don't know if we actually need to make any more primary dishes, as it were. Marinated. Let me just look at this stuff. Poached mackerel. Oh, gods. Mouth-watering. Right then. Also, we got to figure out if we've actually got anything we can use with this. Earth? We got a bunch of earth stuff we could probably use this for. The earth skill. Do we have any earth skills that are level? Yep, Path and Pilgrim. There you go. Path and Pilgrim is... Memory Fear wouldn't be wasted here. Earth Sign, easy to replace. And the rest... Well, it's time to go back down here, thank you. So I can get these where they're supposed to be. Enduring Reflection, Occult Scrap, Wind and Waiting. No, Wind and Waiting is not yet. Earthquake Name is hard to do. Enduring Reflection is actually easiest. Probably. Okay, grab a single health here. And the Lesson. Birds and Feathers. There you go. Level 4. Now, let's go back and check on this, make sure. I think Earth Sign and... Yeah, we have to do Earth Sign and Enduring Reflection again. So, let's grab your Q. Let's see. Full. Okay. Grab this, stick that there. We'll get that replaced. And Enduring Reflection will be a little more difficult, but we can do it. Okay, hang on. Excellent. Okay. Oh, right. That's correct. Hang on a second. We need... I'm correct about that? Go for it. Okay. Now the battery is done there. Yeah, we're slowly but surely bumping on here. Also, yeah, Curious Hunch goes up here so I can see it in place. We need to do some serious replacement here. Okay. So yeah, grab this, grab Faust, grab both instruments. Then grab Bells and Braziers, and Harmony. There you go. Get that replaced. And Enduring Reflection. Enduring Reflection. Which one was, I think... Well, first of all, what we need... Yes, we got this one as well. 2. Do we have any heartbeat ones? I'm going to heartbeat lessons, though. Magaphies, Herbs and Infusion. What did this one take? Actually not. Everything else I think is in place. You. At some point we gotta figure out how to fix you. But we can do it with Moon. Easy enough. Just need a lot more skills. Do I think I can do that with? Well, we can do it with the RQ, the Earth Sign that we're going to be getting, and probably if you grab, is it this one? That will give us a Moon one. But we need, right, let's go over to this one, which has Knock Essence to it. This, possibly that. Start. Now we need to make sure we're going to have an appropriate. Right, so Trist, I think. Let's get Trist. Get Trist going. Rest. Alright, cool. Keep going. Wait, I'm actually down to one piece of Earth Quartz, so I guess I can actually grab one of these I have. This one, and put it into there. Alright. Where are we? Experimenting. Yep, we spent a lot of money. Okay, so. Got the Tryst coming up. Let's get this into place. Here. Let's see. Alright. Never actually used the fuel. Got here. Gonna keep using the metaphysical fuel I produce upstairs. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do, let's see, what's the other thing we need? 2 or 3. It's not it. So another moon memory. Oh god, hush house lecture. Second. You don't need to be here while I'm doing this part. That was correct. This will actually work out. So grab hush house lectures, which, you know, irony for me. Let's see, grab another shaft. The ooh. I don't remember which one to switch at this point. Wait, I think actually this one. Yep, Natons. Theory. Okay, so let's grab that. That'll work out. Once we get Triss going, we can get that lesson in. That's like half of them right there. Ooh, so I got a bunch of persistent memories to go through. I mean, Wormwood Read, I don't know how long it's been since I've had that one up and running. Okay, Path and Pilgrims on level 4. We could probably do that tomorrow between doing this and the other lessons. Let's see. 51 seconds remaining on that one. Wolf stories will be up and going. Ooh, Surges and Sanguinations. You baked some bread. Excellent. And you baked some fudge. Alright, so fudge goes back into place here. Excellent. Meanwhile, the bread. Now we can't do anything right now, so we just put it in here. Well, that worked. You go there. Put you here. Alright. Now I know at least where you are. Excellent. Earth sign. Batter. Excellent. We'll use that for later. Cycle. There we go. Now we're just waiting on you, my dear. Unrepentant. Jesus. And of course, we got the Rubraz Ruin for the one day to get really bad. Aha. Tuition. Should do it. Hoping I got this right. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit of a waste. Ooh, Ascended Harmony. Excellent. Okay, Jeremy's ringing the bell. There we go. Alright. Let's give it a whirl. Hopefully I chose wisely. Okay. Get first in there. The lesson that's appropriate. One side's a little harder than this one. Okay. Sign definitely goes in. Intuition goes in, and so does Confounding Parable. Excellent. I did do it right. Good when that happens. Door and wall, probably going to be next one we put in tomorrow for this one here. Door and wall, actually, ironically. But we also got a moment. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this, so best bet is just put satisfaction in here. Oh, can't do that yet. Have to wait till the sun sets. Okay, deep breath. Yeah, the thing is we got 2 here, but no real use for it at the moment. I mean, if I were to try to do this one, I would need heartbeat one anyways. Heartbeat. Yeah, this one here. That would be interesting if we had some shaft. We don't have any shaft. But it should be relatively easy to create. Okay, so meanwhile, let's get the books back in place. Everything else is going on around them. Around us, really. We go through our lives in our small, narrow avenues of perception. We hope to at least figure out at least some of the story happening around us. Sigh. Yeah, we've managed to get like halfway through winter without even noticing, which, you know, is an impressive thing to being how usually winter drags on. Excuse me. Okay, level 4. Like I said, getting closer and closer. Like this one's probably tomorrow, and the language is last. The herbs and infusions. Yeah, we'll get through this. Like I said, I'm just trying to see if it is indeed possible. The Sabine would be easy enough. Maybe I should consider that, but it'd still have to have an appropriate skill, and I don't think any of them have that, unfortunately. Don't have a lot of lantern people coming by for conversation purposes, but I think Teresa could probably do me in there. Okay, so let's rock. A few minutes left. I think maybe we'll probably stop it at the beginning of the next day, and, we'll have a plan at that point to, like I said, get these skills all up and going, because we've got, let's see, persistent, lesson. We have 3 lessons total. I think we can probably a day tomorrow. We might be able to get all of them tomorrow, if not 2 days from now, and then we can start planning towards other endeavors. What are we going to do with the batter? Let's see. Yeah. We want potatoes. You can use it with potatoes, knife, and that sort of thing. Don't have any potatoes, however. Ooh, we're going to have to sacrifice a sack of vegetables. Oh, we only got 3 left. We're already only halfway through winter. We're going to have to be careful about that. Not to mention, I desperately need to get some eggs, too. It's going to be costly. We don't have a lot of... I mean, I could give them those... amber pumpkin. I don't think I need more than 1 of them, but... we better get the sea blessed bears, because I think, as long as winter's going on, I've got the pear possibilities. Yep. Oh, ooh, no, we can't get pears. Ooh, gotta do consideration of this one. Alright, rank, there we go. And winter, and the weather is... Alright, snow. Okay, we can work with that. So yeah, a day. So, I believe this is the Curia, Fantastic World, saying, the visiting hours for Hush House are currently closed. Please reshelve your works and head to the exit, and we will see you next time here in Book of Hours in Lovecraft Country. So like, share, subscribe as per usual. If you want to become a supporter, links are in the description below. You can get extra material and early access. We've got 2 extra series going, Baldur's Gate 1 retrospective, and the, Marvel Midnight Suns for the Acolyte level, which hipster dudes fighting alongside the Avengers. Frankly, I never really expected to say those words. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Bye.
I'd like to thank my Acolyte level supporters, whose contributions help this channel grow and hastens the inevitable digital apocalypse and rise of the Dark Lords of Content and Data.